for this, and the music's appropriate. We got a nice crowd here today. We might get some followers after this.
Absolutely.
Play it! Week 4, 2 old farts. I'm just a little old colored fella from New Jersey, Rico Jambone Esquire. And with me, as always, the stars of the show, the main attractions from the low country of South Carolina, Greg Cassidy. And of course, none other than Detroit, Michigan, Kurt Marks. Kurt, you actually want us to correct this. You're not from Detroit. Why don't you tell us?
I told you last week. I'm from Durham, Michigan, up in the middle of nowhere on a dirt road.
Right, on the little thing there. What
right in the middle.
Right in the middle. And you grew up in a house on a dirt road with the little orange trees and all. Not orange trees.
No, we don't have fruit trees up there. They freeze to death.
Well, you do have a nice lake.
I did not have a lake. I just had a big yard.
How long did it take you to get to one of the big lakes out there from where you're from?
2 hours any direction.
Awesome. And Greg, you low country, you had beaches everywhere.
I grew up an hour from the beach, crop tobacco my whole life, starting at 10 years old. Just good old low country, me and John Ross.
Yeah, that's right. We got John Ross in frame today, who's come to hang out with us.
Absolutely.
Happy Hour's packed. There's a concert in town. And that reminds me, the weekend that was, Cinco de Mayo, I went up to Lake Kiowee, took the boat out, and we just had a storm here in Greenville, so it reminds me of a storm that we had on the lake last summer. Greg here can attest to it. He's been out on those lakes growing up and all those things. That's a very violent lake to be on when a storm hits. What about the old days in Michigan there on those lakes? What were the storms like out there?
Well, where I grew up was in the middle of the and the storm always came from the west, and we sat out on the porch and watched the tornadoes come in.
I wouldn't want to sit out on any. By the way, at Kiowee, I ended up under a tin shed there while it's thundering and lightning, and it's pretty violent out there. How about that, Greg?
Absolutely. That's probably the most scared I've been in my life, to be honest with you, on Lake Kiowee. It's up in the foothill mountains of South Carolina, and you can't see the storm come over the mountains until it's on top of you. Then you're done.
And by then, it's too late.
Well, on that effect, 3 hours ago, we were all going to die. The storm rolled through here at 5 o'clock on the button, lasted 30 minutes, and now the sun shines out.
And that's why we call you Kurt Roker.
It actually hailed here. It never hails in South Carolina.
And we made it. By the way, we're at Ink and Ivy downtown Greenville, our favorite happy hour spot, 4 to 7. They've got a ton of drink specials. Now, we got to give you an update, because Kurt here is still dealing with his little spider function. Why don't you tell us about that for a sec? Go ahead.
Well, it's healing. I no longer need bandage, but I swear to God, there's 2 fangs coming out, spider fangs coming out of my cheeks. I tried to pull them out today, but they're embedded in there. So,
are you sure it's not scab you're pulling on?
If there's a doctor out there that knows about spider fangs, I want to know.
Hey Kurt, you live at McBee Station, which is one of the local apartment complexes in town, and you like to take a shortcut to get from here to home. Your garage there is operated by a swing gate, and you had quite a run-in with it.
Yeah, this was a bunch of years ago. My son and I were walking back, actually from here, later at night, well imbibed, and he's walking through the small door, the walking door.
Where are you supposed to go?
Where are you supposed to go?
Where are you supposed to go? I push my button, and I'm looking at my text, and the gate goes up. I'm punching my text, and the gate's coming down, and it hits me, and it drives me down on my knees. And luckily, I had my key fob to open it up in my hand. If I didn't, that thing would have killed me. I mean, I was literally probably 24 inches from that thing crushing me.
What injuries resulted from that?
Oh, it screwed up my back so damn bad. So the next week, they come out and put a new placard on the front of the gate. Do not walk under gate. Will cause death. Well, thanks. You could have put that up there before.
The sign seems like it wouldn't have made a difference for you.
Well, it should have went back up, well, don't you think?
Yeah, that's a fair.
You got a body underneath there. I mean, you should have some sensors or something.
You could have read the sign anyway. You need to have a tripwire.
I can attest that will kill you.
Kurt lives in McBee Station. It's a nice little area with a nice little pool. We talk about it every week. That's where we watch a little baseball at. I was there yesterday to watch the Braves get swept by the Dodgers, which pissed me the hell off. But we watched Detroit play yesterday. You had a series against the Yankees. You got a good little team this
We
year.
got swept. They're about to come up on this TV here in about 20 minutes.
You have a little more faith than you've had in the last few years. I would take it.
Oh, yeah.
And by the way, guys, this is Kurt's remote at Egan Ivy. His personal remote. He handles all the TVs here. So if you ever come in here and want to watch the station, find Kurt with his remote. He'll fix it for you.
I mentioned enough about the old remotes. They actually bought me 2 new remotes.
I think people think you're the owner here.
I've been told that. I've been asked that.
Tell them the story you just did in the bathroom.
Oh, watch it. I just walk into the men's room before the show, and this kid is in there. We've had problems with the soap dispensers and the tunnel racks and all that shit. So this kid punches the soap thing, and it falls off the wall. So I say, don't be breaking shit in here. We just fixed it last week. And he about shit his pants. He turned around to me and he says, do you work here or do you own it? I said, no, I just act like I do.
It's good enough. We're here every day. They owe it to us. How about the day that we're sitting at the bar and there's the Christmas bar crawl and the guy comes down and makes that comment to Kurt?
Oh, we talked about that last week.
We did?
Yeah.
I forget.
That creeper was in here last night, actually.
The picture taker?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you guys throw him out?
He was hammered.
Really? He had one extra drink and got the hell out of here.
Well, such is life.
Anyway, let's move on.
Moving on. Cinco de Mayo yesterday. Her and Annika had a little fun.
Annika had some fun. Annika's my wife, and I'm glad she had fun, and I took responsibility and drove her home.
You know, I think you owe her after the missionary, getting dropped off, falling down the stairs at Stella.
Oh, yeah. So that was kind of pre-Uber days, so Kurt had to make the call, and 911 call. Annika can pick up your old drunk old husband.
We had a great day yesterday. I had an impromptu date with a local news reporter. Fun. But I stayed out a little late. Woke up a little late. Rough Monday for me. Now, let's talk about this storm we just had, Kurt. Hail and shit like that. Talk about all gonna die. That's one of the worst storms I've seen since I lived downtown Greenville. What about you?
Tonight, no. Yesterday, you got caught on the lake.
Yeah, that was Saturday. Yeah, Saturday. But you know, with that open water like that, it's a little bit different. This, for us being in the city here,
It was a squall that just blew through here.
I've never seen hail here. I don't think I have, at least in 10 years. I don't think I've seen hail.
Coming from Michigan, hail's not a big thing.
You know, everything's better in Michigan, isn't it?
Well, I moved down here for a reason.
Wow.
There's not a lot of people who move north to Michigan.
So we find ourselves in the thick of a rather large happy hour as a result of a concert they have here tonight. I feel like we're the oddballs in the room right now.
Well, we are the constant in the room because we're here every day.
Tell me when we give a shit.
Yeah.
That's what I love about you guys. You don't.
Outsiders. Get out of my chair. Kurt, like, get
By
out
the
of
way,
my chair.
is that thing working?
Yeah, she's recording. She says she is. She's on.
Fair enough.
Staring at you. Anyway, it's time to wrap up the first segment anyway. We'll take a 5-minute break. I got a pee, and then we'll open up segment 2, 2 old farts. All right, segment 2, 2 old farts. Rico Jambone Esquire, lawyer extraordinaire, Greg Cassidy, Kurt Marks. Greg, what do you got for us?
I got a good old story from 1978 back in Clifton University when I was a junior. I was in summer school, and a fellow Clemson football player picked up this really hot chick, and he went back to his dorm room, and we banging on the door. We were all jacked up, banging on his door. He wouldn't answer the door. He wouldn't answer the door. Finally, one of my buddies goes, "I got a chainsaw in my truck." He goes to his truck, gets that chainsaw, and the wooden door, cutting the door open. And all of a sudden, the guy next door was Jeff Davis, linebacker, All-American, played for Tampa Bay. Walks out in his underwear and goes, "What the F are you guys doing? I'm trying to sleep." And we were like, okay, Jeff, we're good, we're out.
College dorm stories.
College dorm
You
stories.
decided to skip college and get into the trade, right?
I started my experience in the manufacturing business at 18 years old. October, right out of high school.
Did you need any qualifications or any sort of
No,
licenses
it was
for that?
dropped in my lap by my dad, and I thank him for that.
Yeah, your dad's a big automotive guy, right?
He worked for General Motors for 35 years. He dropped me into a private die shop and said, "Here's your only chance. Go." I'm working on my 41st year now, so.
So for the people that are wondering, the five of you out there, Kurt's in equipment, Greg's in lumber. Greg, were you always in lumber? Was that always your?
About 42 years.
You know a lot about wood.
Yeah, right. I went to Clemson, graduated in business, but I started off in forestry, minor. So.
And you've been in
Automotive manufacturing for going on 41 years.
damn.
I'm old.
You're an old color guy.
You know, 45.
That's
young
why
little colored fella.
these spider things don't come out of my face so quickly anymore.
Which is something I want to address. So we were gonna originally name the show "Two Old Farts and a Colored Fellow."
I thought we did.
Well, your wife,
Allegedly.
decided that maybe that wasn't the best idea. I'll be honest with the audience out there, for anyone who gives a shit. I live in the South. I am from New Jersey. I have two of the greatest friends that I could possibly have who are white guys, one from Michigan, one from the low country. Either of them could have chosen to be the most racist guys on the planet, but you guys are the exact opposite. I come to your homes, I eat. This is all for fun and game. It's laughter. Now, there'll be people out there who take offense to it. We don't give a shit about them.
No,
we don't care.
You know, the funny thing is, where Kurt went to high school and grew up, he had zero black people. Where I grew up, it was 90% black people.
It's so funny when you tell it that way, yeah.
I was the only white guy on the basketball team, only white guy on the football team, and Kurt is so amazing. We all blend together because we have such different backgrounds.
Yeah.
To a certain extent, you can be black, white, and New
yellow.
Jersey.
Yellow.
I wouldn't just say it, but
I don't look at color, man. Dude, when I was in high school,
good people are good people.
my friends were all black because that's all I had, and they would have done anything for me, and I'd done anything for them. I've never seen color as an obstacle to any part of my life. I see bad white people. I see bad black people. There's some people that are bad, but I'm telling you, bud, when you're playing sports and it's us against them, I don't care what color you are.
It doesn't matter.
I got your back, bro.
Doesn't matter.
I got you.
You're the only white on your football team. I'm the only black that's ever been in Kurt's apartment.
No, I don't know about that.
No, that's not true.
Would you go to Zorba's and
No,
pull
I
one
think
out?
there's a female involved.
Oh, I forgot about that.
There's a pole involved.
Let's not go down that road.
That's awesome. That's making the clips. That's going straight to the ticky top.
Let's just say that was a wonderful year. She was a lovely lady.
And she was hot, too.
Good for you.
Smoke show.
And you guys met at
Ale House. She was my bartender at Ale House.
I hope that's the truth, because
No, that is the truth.
She actually became friends with me with Annika.
Yes.
We met
And Diamond Dave.
at Diamond Day.
which
Diamond
reminds me,
Dave's another story.
which reminds me, someone asked me the other day how you two guys met. Why don't you guys tell that story?
I think I told that here. There was a jazz bar next door, two doors
Brown
up.
Street.
It's called Brown Street. I walk in. I told this story. I walk in, and the bartender, who we knew mutually, told me to go get out of my seat. I always sat at the bartender well. So I walk up. He and another guy who was friends with him at that time was sitting there, and I walked up, tapped him on the city, on the shoulder, and I said, "Get the hell out of my seat." He told me to go fuck myself. we've been friends ever since.
The best of friends. Cheers to that. By the way, thank you, Tito's, for helping us enjoy our little happy hours here at Ink and Ivy. We told this story. You're right, we did. Because I told the first episode how we all met through some mutual friends. But it's amazing that all these years later, I don't think the three of us have missed a happy hour here. Like, you've been gone away, he's been gone away, but one of us has been here, every single day during that time. And they take great care of us here. Christy, Chris, Mark, Kevin, who am I missing? Gabby.
All the bartenders.
All the bartenders are fantastic. We've got two great ones back here today.
Well, the irony to me is that we have a color fellow from New Jersey, we have a engineer from Michigan, and we have old low country white boy, and we meet every day, and we've never had problems, we've never had discussions about race, creed, color. We have conversations, but it's amazing that you guys are 45, 55, 65.
And we all argue amongst ourselves like brothers.
Actually, Kurt cursed me out on
Last night.
No,
2 nights ago.
Get this editing right. We quit this show.
He called me an asshole. I told you to go fuck yourself.
And then I showed up at his apartment yesterday, and not even discussed. I mean, what's the point of discussing it at that point? It happens. So what?
I just think it's so American that we can all be together, not say anything. It's just, to me, it's unfounded. That this could be as good of friends as we are, from diverse backgrounds that we've all come from. We got Chaz, we got 35, 45, 55, 65.
And John Ross is my age. You're born the same year. That's right.
And meanwhile, I'm watching Skirts walking out to go to the concert. There's a country concert in town tonight. And I just turned and I just turned the Tiger game on, so we're gonna have a good night.
Life is good.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, we're at the 9-minute mark. That's a good time to finish up the show. Two Old Farts. You can find us on Instagram and TikTok. I'll announce the names, the tags next week. But it's always great to be with you guys. Enjoy the show. I love it. Can't wait to do it next week. We'll see you all later.
Thanks for being here. Enjoying it. Thank you.